What everybody really wants right now is for a new and exciting movie to finally grace us with its awesomeness and save us. Well, a superhero movie surely fits that criteria, don't you think? Here's Samaritan 2's first look. A big warning to each and every one, spoilers ahead. So run while you still can, let's go back to what I was getting to. Yes, the superhero movie series released its first installation a few weeks ago, but fans have been anticipating its second movie ever since the first movie was released. I mean, who wouldn't, right? Not after Sylvester Stallone's superhero movie debut. The actor sure did not disappoint fans worldwide when he hit that like button. Jokes aside though, the guy did do his role some justice, not that it's to anyone's surprise. Not long after the movie was released on Amazon Prime, the movie became one of the movie hits of the year 2022. This brings me to the agenda of the day, with Samaritan the movie being a hit. When will Samaritan 2 be released? It doesn't come off as a shock that the movie series captured the hearts of thousands of people, as it's indeed a must-watch movie with the plot and the magnificent cast. Amidst the mixed reactions from everyone, no wonder it's still a hit.
You can fix that. I've seen you fix things before. You can change.
Before I ramble about Samaritan 2, I'll catch you up with the first movie. Well, long ago in a place far, far away lived Samaritans and Jews who were known to loathe each. Oops, I think that's another story. My bad. Take 2, here we go. In a place called Granite City lived a certain 13-year-old boy Sam who became curious, as boys his age get, about the identity of a certain neighbor. Well, in Sam's prepubescent mind, this neighbor's true identity, that is, he suspects that the inclusive, rather mysterious neighbor is the world's greatest superhero that mysteriously vanished 25 years ago. The hero's name? You guessed it, Samaritan, known to be the city's superpowered vigilante. It didn't come as a surprise that the hero had multiple people that hates his guts, or in this case, had an arch nemesis. His known nemesis? His twin brother. Nemesis was known to be one of the freakishly strong villains of their time. Yes, you heard that right. The villain that goes against the superpowered vigilante is named Nemesis. I went into this movie expecting out-of-this-world names, especially with the title, but dang, I'll say that was not expected, although I should have seen it coming, really. I mean, who wouldn't be a villain of the city that your twin brother is protecting, or rather is tolerating, bird down your parents for the sole reason that you and your twin brother cannot control their superpowers at a young age? I know for sure I wouldn't be tolerating anyone involved. Yikes! Let's skip a few chapters, shall we?
I can't help anyone, Sam.
So you run away? You're just as bad as everybody else.
What brought on this magically vanishing superhero event? An explosion of hatred and anger and the obvious brother issues brought the biggest fight between the twin brothers, leading to the alleged death of the superpowered vigilante. That was 25 years ago, and Sam? Oh, Sam thinks Samaritan didn't die, but is actually his neighbor. Weird connection, but okay. It's not like he was reaching for the stars with that conclusion. Long story short, a teenager annoys his neighbor constantly, which led him to hang around said person. This leads him to great danger, and the secrets unfold before his eyes. Because the truth will always be revealed in the end, and boy was the truth juicy. And with the ending of the movie capturing everyone's interest, the second movie will surely be well received. The streaming network and even the movie's production team are quite surprised with how Sylvester handled the role, especially since a lot of you may forget that the guy is 73 years old. Yes, he was a well-known action star back in the day, but is still portraying a superhero at the age of 70 plus. That's dedication and talent right there. Although the release date of the second installation of the movie series hasn't yet been announced yet, nor if the series does have the next movie or if the newly released movie will come as a standalone, fans are still anticipating any updates from Amazon.
Let's have it.
Apologize.
I'm sorry.
But for the next movie to happen, several things are to be considered. First off, viewing figures, not to mention the critic reviews, and lastly, if Sylvester Stallone is available for shooting, and if he isn't, the risk of changing the actor portraying Samaritan will be a great challenge for the production crew of the movie.
Yeah, I just pick up garbage for a living. That's what I do.
Don't punch me in my face if I don't agree with you.
However, if the second installation does happen, what should I be expecting? Well, if we base it on the 2014 graphic novel it was based on, apparently a lot of things, a lot of exciting things. The sequel could focus on the events leading to the final confrontation of the twin brothers, which brought one of them to death, or did they? There are a lot of fan stories circulating about the ending. Warning you guys for a spoiler, giving it to you in 3, 2, 1. The ending of the first installation reveals the true identity of Joe, the neighbor, being Nemesis, the superpowered vigilante's evil twin. After Joe Nemesis has saved the day, Sam the teenager doesn't tell the press who he really is, for obvious reason. Instead of doing so, he would reintroduce Joe as Samaritan, the hero who survived the explosion 25 years ago and had been in hiding for the last couple of decades. This is where interesting theories come into play. Fans say that Jay accepts this fate and pretends to be his brother and basically replaced him as the superpowered vigilante of Granite City to avoid confrontation and more trouble that comes his way. However, this rather idiotic decision could lead him to feel the guilt eating him away as days pass by. I mean, who wouldn't be guilty? Joe was portrayed as the evil twin maybe all his life because of the understandable hatred and grudge he holds for the city, and admittedly, he had done terrible things he's not proud of, and now he's being praised as Samaritan, the not-so-hateful twin brother that had tolerated the city his whole life. Not to mention how he had practically killed his brother, if you think about their final confrontation and whatnot. Thus the plot thickens. What would Joe do? Will he come clean and let the guilt fade away, or would he run away again? I may never know, since I'm not one of the scriptwriters or the production crew, but it surely does excite you, doesn't it?
Samaritan came right through the flames and helped me. That was Samaritan. He saved my life.
Fans on Twitter, as mentioned earlier, gave mixed reactions to the Samaritans movie. Some say it would be appreciated to have a sequel and a prequel. Some say one movie was enough torture. Well, if the sequel does happen, fans are wondering when this could be. It could be well in the year 2023 or maybe in the early months of 2024. With this timeline, Sylvester Stallone could smash that subscribe button and ring that notification bell, or have the time to finish his work on Little America, a movie in the process of production, but I personally would bet on the first one. However, if the prequel gets the green light from the streaming network and its producers, the release schedule could get a little early, maybe mid-2023 or at the end of the year 2023 at most. Although it does excite me whenever a prequel or sequel is given to a great movie, the creeping feeling of fear doesn't go away. What if the next installation is not as great as the current movie? What if it doesn't click the right boxes? I mean, several sequel movies were not well received. Well, we'll know if the next installation does come here, if it ever does, that is. We're well past the half of the year, entering its last quarter, but we're still expecting to see movie after movie after movie of any genre. The superhero film Samaritan might have disappointed a few people, but it's still undoubtedly one of the most watched movies of the year. You will love these videos next.